Welcome back to Outsiders Recharge. Today we're hiking southbound into Pine Grove Furnace State Park, wrapping up another beautiful section of the Appalachian Trail. I'll also share some of the gear that made this hike more comfortable and efficient. Let's hit the trail and see what this section has to offer. So for my tent, I have the Zpacks Altaplex, which is a single layer Dyneema DCF fabric tent. It's a trek and pole tent. It's a large one-person tent. It's made for tall people. I like a lot of things about this tent. I have very few things that I don't like. It's really been a great tent. It's super light. It's pretty easy to pitch. I put it on a piece of Tyvek undersheet. You can see it under there. Also, I think that's the perfect sheet to put under your tent. I've tried a lot of different things. Zpacks actually makes a DCF and a Dyneema undersheet, but it's expensive. And this one, you can just use it, and when it gets dirty and it gets messed up, you can just get a new piece. It's inexpensive. Has a decent sized vestibule. I generally put my shoes there, my socks, my water, and my camp shoes. But you can see inside there's plenty of room. I'll snap a picture later when I get everything in there so you can see how it lays out. It's extra long so that your hat at night or your head or your feet don't hit the tent. And when they do, usually, they get wet because the tent itself is generally wet, has some condensation. And as it stands for condensation, the key to that is leave your vestibules open at night. I leave it just like you see it at night, all night long. The only time I shut it is if it's raining. And, frankly, keeping it closed doesn't really generate a whole lot of heat. But the majority of the condensation that develops on the inside of the tent is due to heat, the differential between the heat of your body and breathing. So the more you can ventilate it, the less condensation you'll have. Some nights I wake up and there's virtually none, and some mornings there's quite a bit, but it's easy to fix. You just, I've got a little microfiber cloth that I take, wipe it up real quick, and put it away. And then when I reset it up, if it's still wet on the inside, I'll wipe it down again. But this tent's pricey. It's around $700. I don't know exactly the current price, but that's what I paid. I've had it for a couple years now, and it's really been a great tent. I can't really say anything about it that I don't like. It's got enough room I can put my backpack in there with me. I don't have to leave it outside, and I can line up all my stuff that I need, my electronics, my the stuff at night that I need, my anything that I need clothing wise. I can just line it up next to my sleeping pad and quilt and grab it easily. So it's a great tent. I'm glad I got it. I can't say that there's anything that there's a negative to it, but check it out. You can see it in the comments below. I'll put a link to Zpacks in this particular tent, and let me know what your favorite tent is. I've tried several. I've got several that I like, but this one's for backpacking is my favorite. So let's talk cook system. I've been using this BRS stove for probably 5 years now, 4 years, and it functions just fine. I used to have a MSR Pocket Rocket, which is a great stove too, but you can't beat the size of this thing. It's so small and so light, and it's inexpensive. You can get it on Amazon. It's a little honky. It's not smooth operating. It's not high tech. It's just basic, but it works just fine. I always get the small fuel canister. It's the 110. This one actually is a 100, but it functions fine. Just in the interest of being light, I usually do the small one. I think you get about 7 days out of it, plus or minus, depending on how much you use it. But it functions just fine. And then I have the Toaks 650, which is titanium, very light. It's kind of pricey for what you're looking at, and then I have the long-handled spork. And all of these, I believe, are still on Amazon. I bought them all on Amazon at one time, but I believe they're still on Amazon. And I'll put links in the description below. What do you guys think about cook system? Is there something that you have that you think is worth noting? Please put your comments down in the description, and then we can talk about it as a group. Having my coffee this morning. Just gonna get out of here, trying to get out of here by 7 a.m. Sun's coming up. Had a nice campsite tonight, or this morning. But should be out of here in about 30 minutes. So morning of day 3, I had a really nice campsite near the ridge last night, and got a good night's sleep. Woke up this morning to some wind, which signals that the cold front went through, so the humid, sticky weather should be gone for a few days. Today I've got 14 miles to get to Pine Grove Furnace, and I'm going to stay there, probably at the hostel there. My clothes are pretty nasty from the rain and the mud and everything else, so should be a good day today. It's a little up and down, but nothing dramatic. This has actually been a very easy section so far. Of course, through the valley it was super easy, but even the climbs are really not very steep. So, but I'm enjoying this morning. The wind blowing, nice cool breeze, keep the sweat down a little bit, and it's just great hearing the wind blowing through the trees. So we'll keep going, keep hiking up ahead. I'll check in with the cool stuff, and we're gonna hike it out. A little bit of a rock scramble here, up and over these boulders. Really cool boulders through here. Definitely a rock scramble. You got to use your hands. Climb up and over this stuff. They're amazing. So let's talk charging blocks for a minute. This is the one that I've been using. It's a no brand Amazon charging block. It's heavy, but it's a 20,000. So it'll charge my phone about 4 times, and my phone lasts about a day and a half. So I get plenty of charging out of it. The nice feature on it is that it'll tell you how much charging it has left in it. It says 64%. I carry this, since it's heavy, I carry it in my waist belt pocket on my pack. So it's not really in my pack. It's not adding weight to my shoulders. It's just strapped around my waist. And then I have a short cord here. And then when I'm ready to charge my phone, I just do it while I'm walking. I put both of them in my pocket, connect it to my phone, and slip it in my front pocket. So it doesn't bother me. I don't have to charge at night. I don't have to charge at any special time. I just do it while I'm hiking. So it's worked out really well for me. It's inexpensive. It's way less than the Anchor and the Nightcore and all the other ones you typically see on the trail. I may upgrade at some point, but at this point it's worked out pretty well. Typically you'd need to carry 2 10,000s to equal what this will do. So pretty efficient, and it's worked out good for me so far. This is what we call cruisy trail. Trail you can go wide open. You put trekking poles in your hand, you widen your gait, and you go full open. Great way to catch up on the slowdowns in the rock areas and the climbs and the steep descents. Always feels good to get on a cruisy section of trail and open it up. Usually I probably average around 2 miles an hour or a little less, and this is 2.5 or 3. 3 miles an hour is pretty much wide open for me, but this is definitely kind of trail that you can make up time and really go fast on. Stop for lunch. The spicy tuna wrap. Right next to this river. See a little creek. I'm gonna get water from there after I get finished here. And then got a long climb up to the top. Not too steep, but long. As I arrive at Pine Grove Furnace State Park, another unforgettable section of the Appalachian Trail comes to an end. From the quiet farmland of the Cumberland Valley to the steady climb over South Mountain, this stretch has offered a little bit of everything. Thanks for coming along on the journey. If you enjoy the hike, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join me next time as we continue hiking south on the Appalachian Trail. Until then, keep exploring, keep recharging, and I'll see you on the trail.